Oh hi, it's me, Tommy Ruin. Welcome back to my adventures in Singapore. Last we left off, we just reached the top of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, after spending days eating big ass crabs and exploring the gardens around the city. What will we get up to next? Well, let's dive in, shall we? Although it was 8 or 9 PM by the time I'd finished on the top of Marina Bay Sands, the day wasn't over yet. Oh no! There was a sweaty, ketty night of revelry ahead in one of Singapore's premier clubs, Zouk. Now, club nights in general are a bit of a sensory overload, however this was something else. Seemingly at random points in the night, these women would come out of nowhere with cartoon cat signs above their head and dance around for a little bit. That was weird, but it was still great fun, and it was fun to meet lots of random people on the dance floor and dance with Waverly and her friends. Following a hearty rendition of Crazy Frog, I was exhausted and headed back to my hostel to sleep. I awoke tired and slightly hungover. All I wanted to do was lie and relax on the beach.
Yeah, I could get used to this.
So a plan was formed. My quest for the day was to head to the island resort of Sentosa. Historically serving as a British military fortress and a Japanese prisoner of war camp, it's actually now a very popular tourist destination, housing 20 million visitors a year. In 2018, 2 of those 20 million included Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, when they came to have a little chat.
Then we fell in love.
It lies about 500 metres off the south coast of the main island, and various points of the island can be reached by walking, cable car, or bus. Sentosa is where I stayed when I visited with my family way back when. However, none of it seemed familiar, as there has been a big redevelopment around 2010. This redevelopment proved problematic, as I found myself lost within this gargantuan shopping complex.
So I've been walking around in circles for about 20 minutes. I literally can't escape this shopping centre. I just want to go to the beach. There is literally no signs to it, and the Google Maps is just wrong. So I've been going up and down. I must look insane, but I keep going. Maybe someone will pop out of nowhere and guide me where I need to go.
Being lost sure works up an appetite, and luckily in this labyrinth there were plenty of restaurants, so I sat down and enjoyed another Singapore staple, chicken rice. Personally, I didn't really get the hype. I mean, it was just what the name suggests, it was just chicken and rice. But it did provide some much needed sustenance to attempt an escape from this maze.
So I'm pretty sure I'm on my way now, but no one else is walking. I'm assuming there's a much better way of getting to the beach than walking. I'm so hot. Fucking made it. Beach. I'm too tired to swim now.
Okay, so that was a big lie. I almost immediately jumped into the water, which, despite being warm, was still refreshing and a nice break from the humid air. I spent some time relaxing on the beach, scaring the locals with my dance moves, and crossing over the suspension bridge to the southernmost point of continental Asia.
Crazy.
Today's evening activity was the night safari at Singapore Zoo. Now, visiting a zoo after dark sounds so exciting. Ooh, what do the animals do when the humans go to sleep? Well, the answer is you can't fucking see because it's dark. Oh, is that an elephant? Oh no, it's just a rock. Is that a rhino or just 2 workers in a costume? Can't really tell because it's so flippin' dark. I really wish I knew that you could visit the zoo in the daytime. I think I would have had a much better time. I thought the whole shtick was that it was a nighttime zoo. And to be honest, my whole experience wasn't really helped by getting lost again.
So somehow I've done it again. I'm pretty sure I'm walking around in circles in this night zoo. Not the most ideal place to get lost. I thought I was going the right way, but I keep seeing signs for the same thing that I've already seen, so yeah, not ideal.
Day 4. I was flying to Australia in the afternoon, so I decided to spend my last day exploring the giant Jewel Changi Airport. This place really emphasises the nature theme with its 5-storey indoor forest/shopping mall, with the centrepiece being the world's tallest indoor waterfall. It really is something to behold, and you can understand why millions of people come here, even if they aren't flying.
Just chilling in the supermarket. shops in the airport. Fancy a 4-pack of Magnums before your flight?
In the upper levels of the airport, there's a mirror maze, a hedge maze, this big old net you can walk on, but those all cost money, so I restricted myself to the lower levels, where there were plenty of other attractions to get excited about.
That's the most horrifying noise I've ever heard. I tried to ride the dinosaur like that, and they were well up for it until they realised I didn't have a kid. So they told me to come back to Singapore when I've got children. Dreams are shattered. Just wanted to blast around on a dinosaur. Got hours to kill, but not to be. Singapore sucks.
After wandering around the shops and exploring for a few hours, I met up again with Waverley for a farewell lunch of hot pot, a Chinese cooking method using hot soupy stock to boil your meat and veggies of your choice. It's definitely catered towards those with fine chopstick skills, which I very much lack, but after some coaching I got to enjoy the fruits of my labour and actually eat some food. I must say these restaurants have figured out a good way of avoiding any food poisoning complaints by making the customers cook their own food. Full and ready to fly, me and Waverley said goodbye and I headed towards the departure gate, excited for my onward adventures in Australia. I very much enjoyed my time in Singapore. I spent a lot more time in gardens than I expected, but it is the garden city after all. The highlights for me were definitely meeting up with Waverley to try the local cuisine and relaxing on the beach in Sentosa. The most disappointing thing was probably the zoo, and I think that's on me because I didn't know it opened during the day. Whilst walking around the city and the gardens, I started listening to BRB, a group from Singapore which makes some really cool music that I think you should check out. Anyway, that was my experience in Singapore, the city of flora, fauna and fish lions. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in Australia.